Studio microphone, ladies and gentlemen, lock in, because what you're about to hear will change how you see the entire Ginny and Georgia universe. In Season 3 of Netflix's wildly addictive drama Ginny and Georgia, the series does what we thought was impossible. It cracks Georgia Miller wide open. This isn't just drama anymore. This is a full-blown psychological warfare, and Georgia is losing. Backhand index pointing right. Georgia, our charming, manipulative, runaway queen, is on trial for murder. Yes, you heard that right. The woman who's dodged every bullet life has thrown at her is finally being dragged through the mud on national television, her deepest, darkest secrets unraveling in public view. But buckle up, because this trial isn't your ordinary courtroom drama. Collision: the twist that broke the internet? Her own son, Austin, steps up to testify and drops a bombshell that sends shockwaves through the courtroom. He didn't just witness Tom Fuller's death, he saw his mother commit the murder. And what's Georgia thinking? One horrifying question flashes through her face. Is my own son about to betray me? Clapperboard director Darnell Martin pushed Howie to that raw, agonizing breaking point, and she delivered. But hold up. Just when we thought it was game over for Georgia. Another twist. Fire: Austin frames his own father, Gil. He pins the murder on the abusive, manipulative, and already suspected Gil. And guess who orchestrated it all? Ginny, Georgia's daughter. The same Ginny who once feared her mom's darkness is now weaponizing it. Ginny is playing chess while the rest of Wellsbury's still learning checkers. She blackmails, manipulates, and turns people into pawns, and she does it all with a chilling, calculated smile. This is no longer Ginny versus Georgia. This is Ginny becoming Georgia. Broken heart Georgia, devastated and blindsided, realizes what she's done. Not just to herself, but to her children. Her own past, the trauma, the violence, the deception, has seeped into their bones. She wanted to protect them. But now, they've become her. Behind the scenes, series creator Sarah Lampert had it all mapped out. Season 3 was always about one thing: breaking Georgia. Not physically, but emotionally, morally, spiritually. She's not killing to protect anymore. She's killing because she's become the judge, jury, and executioner. And this time, there's no easy justification. Performing arts: the psychology behind these characters runs deep. Lampert brought in real psychologists to guide the writing. Because this isn't just entertainment. This is trauma therapy in high heels and mascara. Georgia, the runaway teen turned murder mom, is finally seeing the mirror, and in that reflection is a daughter she never wanted to raise in her own image. But it's too late. Brain Ginny, no longer a victim of her mother's secrets, is now her mother's strategist. She forces Cynthia to lie. She blackmails. She rigs the system. And she does it all to protect her family. Or so she says. Because let's be real, is this still protection or just control? Balance scale: Austin? Poor kid's trauma just leveled up. He betrayed his own father. And not out of spite, but because he didn't want to become him. I'd rather be like my mom than my dad. That's not comfort. That's a confession soaked in pain. And if you think this kid doesn't need therapy now, you haven't been paying attention. Broken heart. And what about Gil? He was starting to build a relationship with his son. He had hope. Then boom, he gets steamrolled again by Georgia's manipulation. The heartbreak? Ameshed. Georgia destroyed my life, and now my own son did the same. That's Gil's truth. Direct hit. But wait, Georgia's arc isn't over. After all that emotional demolition, she does the unthinkable. She agrees to go to therapy. This is the moment she finally tries to break the cycle. To heal. To change. Because now, she's not just losing herself. She's losing her kids. Broken heart Ginny delivers a final gut punch. We carry the weight too. We always have. Remember Georgia's Season 1 motto? It's you and me against the world. Turns out that promise wasn't protection, it was a curse. Performing arts, and in the ashes of all this chaos, enter the three men in Georgia's life. Zion, who finally steps up and files for custody. Mayor Paul, the political husband, whose love may be more optics than heart. And Joe, the one man who sees Georgia, mask off, walls down, truth bare. And here's your jaw-dropper. Police Carlisle Georgia is pregnant. And we have no idea who the father is. Ginny pretended to be pregnant. Georgia faked a pregnancy. And now she's actually pregnant, and the father's identity? Still a mystery. What kind of show is this? Light bulb, and while Georgia spirals, Joe shows up as the unshakable constant. He doesn't judge. He doesn't run. He just stays. Joe is home, Howie says. And in a show where every character wears masks, Joe is the only one who sees beneath Georgia's mask and doesn't flinch. Microphones, so what's coming in season 4? Will Georgia heal or relapse? Will Ginny evolve or spiral? Will Gil strike back? And who is the father of Georgia's baby? Season 3 didn't just break Georgia, it broke US. But season 4? It just might burn the house down. Bellhop belt like if your jaw hit the floor. Subscribe if you're still recovering. And comment below, who do you think is the real villain in this family? Georgia, Ginny, or society itself? Eyes one thing's for sure, Wellsbury will never be the same.